Big areas of showers and storms moving across our area right now. We'll look at that. And there are signs the tropics might be trying to heat up again as early as this weekend. Your forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas starts right now.
This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi friends, Rusty back here at Meteo Mundo. Great to see you on a Monday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Coming up in this video, as you can tell, we've got some pretty active weather. We're going to be tracking that, looking at your island rainfall forecast, and we're going to get into the tropics as well. We'll be taking a look at, potential areas of development here as we move a little bit closer to the end of the week. As we get this video started, I love to hear from you guys. Thanks for dropping the comment section below where you're viewing from, what the weather has been like in your area. So, as you can see, we've got some big areas of showers and storms to be tracking for today. Generally speaking, the further east that you go, it's been a little bit drier. There is a very big area of showers and storms here in the southwest Caribbean and numerous activity here moving into the Yucatan and Central America. So we have a tropical wave that is east of the Lesser Antilles. This will begin to move in late tomorrow on Wednesday, bringing quick moving showers and storms. Some areas have already gotten some heavy rain in the Lesser Antilles for today. This area of low pressure is what's bringing those storms just west of the ABC Islands. And then we have another tropical wave off the West African coast, and this could be the first one to be keeping a closer eye on for potential development down the road, maybe as early as the weekend ahead. So let's get into what's happening here and now. This area of low pressure is not going to be developing into a tropical storm depression. Obviously I keep an eye on everything here, but what it is a really good area of storms. Now, let me tell you something. My friends in the ABC Islands, look how close we are to getting some of those storms in your area. I hope this back builds east. Unfortunately, of course, the general direction that this is going to push is west. But maybe we can get a couple storms to get into, especially Aruba today, Curacao, Bonaire. It's a little bit lower chance, but if you get any of that, you let me know. But some storms are developing just south of Aruba right now. If you look off the south and west coast, you'd see them. Now, this moisture is trying to move up towards the north. We'll see if it can get to Jamaica. Speaking of Jamaica, we've had some storms for today. They started actually towards Kingston, Portmore, Spanish Town, near Halfway Tree, Linstead, and even a little bit of a redevelopment here in the late afternoon hours. Still been a little bit more prominent west. That's where everything's pushing. If you got a little bit of rain in Kingston for today, let me know. Central western sides of the islands, a little bit better chance. Mandeville, Black River, Montego Bay area as well. Again, we've had some decent rain the last several days. Many of you have let me know in the comment section below, and we're going to continue to have pretty darn good rain chances in Jamaica over the next few days as well. Cuba has continued to be wet. I do want you to notice the direction of movement here. These storms are developing off of the South Cuban coastline and trying to move south. So there's an opportunity that some additional storms could get into Jamaica tonight. Same things for the Cayman Islands. Now, most of this should die out before it's get there. We've had a few brief showers and storms try and cross Little Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Grand Cayman, but the Cayman Islands will also have better rain chances over the next several days as well. It's been a wet, stormy day for the Yucatan, Cancun, Cozumel, Tulum. Showers and storms moving inland. Going to be a wet forecast, very active forecast here. Very heavy rainfall is possible. Chechemal all the way down towards Orange Walk there in Belize, San Pedro, Belize City, Dangriga, San Ignacio, all with opportunities. The Guatemalan coastline, northern sides of Honduras, Roatan, San Pedro Sula, La Chiva. Storms are moving quickly inland as well through Honduras and Nicaragua, back down towards Managua. Tegucigalpa is going to get some storms for today. San Jose and Panama again, all breaking out some rain. It's still area dependent, but there's some activity here and there. We'll swing actually back up towards the Bahamas. It's been drier here today overall, especially the northwest Bahamas, Walker's Key, Grand Bahama, on over towards Abaco and Bimini, San Andros, on Andros there, not much. A few storms out west where we're getting a little bit more rain right now. Cat Island, San Salvador, Rum Key, Exuma, Long Island, south towards the Acklands, southeast Bahamas, over all portions of the Turks and the Caicos. Again, the movement with these storms are south as well, developing north and moving off towards the south. You get back down towards Hispaniola, and now we're seeing everything developing south and lifting north. So there's a couple different wind directions here pushing these storms in various ways. Relatively speaking, it's been a pretty dry day for today. We've had a couple of showers and storms develop inland north of Santo Domingo, trying to drift up towards Samana. And that's a great segue into a beautiful photo I got from my friend Raymond. This is Portillo Beach there in the Dominican Republic. He says you look to the north, you see the Atlantic, you look to the south, you see Samana Bay, where I was showing you where that rain was trying to drift. He caught a beautiful storm just offshore. I mean, what a gorgeous photo. Raymond, thank you so much for sending me that. Let's give him some love in the comments section. And you want to send me a picture or video, it's myMediaMundo@gmail.com. Show you that graphic coming up as well. Okay, back over to, again, what's happening. We're just starting to get a few storms right now developing in Puerto Rico, north central sides of the island, Vega Baja, Arecibo, Isabela, maybe towards Aguadilla there. Let me know if you got a brief shower. Relatively dry, pretty hot for today as well. Same situation in the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Not much rain today. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Virgin Gorda, Tortola areas there, Vieques, Culebras. We've had a couple of showers briefly try and develop in the Leeward Islands for today, but not much, especially Montserrat North. It's been pretty dry. Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Bart's, St. Martin, Anguilla, Montserrat. Now we get south of there towards Guadeloupe, starting to get a little bit more rain. You can see a couple of lightning strikes here. By the way, it's been pretty darn hot in the areas where it hasn't rained, but a few showers today. Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, you can see those brighter whites there of the clouds moving through. St. Lucia, Barbados had some healthier rain earlier today as well. And then some of that drifted over towards St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A few showers possible for Grenada, but mainly dry. Trinidad has had a couple of storms on the far western side of the island. You can see that. Tobago, again, a brief shower possible, but not much. And some of this might try and drift over towards Nueva Esparta. But Barbados and Trinidad with a few heavier showers, St. Lucia and Martinique, and you can clearly see that as well. And again, we have another tropical wave that will be moving in. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. It's going to be moving in here late tomorrow and into Wednesday. And here come the higher rain chances with that. As we get into the forecast part of the video, again, thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you for being a part of our Meteo Mundo weather community. If you haven't subscribed, thank you for subscribing right now. If you want these latest daily forecasts across the Caribbean and the Bahamas, and of course your tropical updates. And again, thank you for finding ways to support me here on the channel as well. Okay, forecast time. We'll start with the GFS model. And if you're new here, we'll take a look at a couple of different models. We're going to go out a few days, and then we're going to get into the island by island rainfall forecast. So we'll take a look at the island by island rainfall forecast. Then we're going to get to the extended, where we kind of deep dive more into the tropics, and especially, again, starting this weekend, but especially early next week. Looks like there's some signs of life with some of the tropical activity. On the GFS model, I just want to point out real quickly again, down in the Windward Islands, the concentration of moisture will not be as high. Now, the rain chances for St. Lucia South are still going to be pretty good, but they'll be higher Martinique North, okay? I just wanted to point that out on the GFS because, again, the NAM doesn't cover this area, but scattered rain. And this does include South America as well, Suriname, Guyana, and then Venezuela, and off the coastline, Nueva Esparta. So rain chances will be kind of uniform in a 40 to 50% chance rain. 50% chance of rain. Easy for me to say. Oh my God. But it'll be higher when you go north. Now it's going to be kind of one day, right, when you get up towards the Leeward Islands, but that rain chance is going to be higher up there. So let me show you that on the NAM, and I'm going to switch tongues and get one that can speak a little bit better. That would be fantastic. But you can clearly see that again. Look at this next slug of moisture coming through. And again, there are some excessive heat advisories that have been posted for some of these areas. So you know it's been pretty darn hot. But there's that better rain chance, St. Lucia North. Now, this wave is going to be moving pretty progressively. So again, we're looking at late tomorrow. I'm talking about tomorrow night. I mean, this is basically midnight. If I bring it back, this is 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And you can start to see, actually is this tomorrow night? This is tomorrow night, right? Yes, this is tomorrow night. Sorry. Tomorrow night. Just want to make sure I got my days right. And again, you can see this moving through, all right? Tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, and then getting out of the way relatively quickly, all right? So, progressive, forward speed, still could get 1 to 2 inches of rain, 25 to 50 millimeters, all right? But it's going to also swing pretty quickly into the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Hispaniola. So again, just to back this up, we'll watch the rain come in to Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat. Nice slug of rain late tomorrow, early Wednesday. Guadeloupe, South, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, all with higher rain chances. This will then push into St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Puerto Rico, on over towards the Dominican Republic, all right? Now, this will all be influenced mainly by that wave. When we go west of there, that low will also have an enhancement for the rain chances. So rain chances ahead of this will actually be even higher for Jamaica West, including Cuba, the Cayman Islands, the Yucatan, and Central America. Again, fed in from all that moisture in the southwest side of the Caribbean. So sans any of that activity east, look at the rain chances coming down. And again, we've had some pretty good rain in portions of Jamaica. High rain chances the next couple of days, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the entire island. Doesn't mean everyone's going to get it, no. But just to show you that also in this environment, when I pause this, this is tomorrow morning. And our future track radar has some pretty widespread rain across the island. That could help temper the heat a little bit, right? Now we know if the sun comes back out in the late morning, we're done. It's going to be extremely hot and humid. But there's the opportunity in this for some morning rain. It's not going to solely wait into the afternoon storms. And it's the same situation for my friends in the Cayman Islands as well. I hope you catch some decent rain over the next few days. Your rain chances are going to be high. Cuba's rain chances are going to be high. Yucatan, Central America's rain chances are going to be pretty darn high as well. These are areas that could get 3 and 4 inches of rain, 75, 100 millimeters over just the next 3 days. Not going to be everyone, but there's a darn lot of water coming in here with some pretty gusty winds from time to time as well, all the way down to Costa Rica and Panama. So just wet there. For my friends in the Bahamas, notice that the NAM does bring in a little bit more moisture kind of towards the end of the period. I think it's going to be very area dependent, but rain chances will stay decent in these spots, right? Not really favoring any area. If I would, it would be central and southeast sides, down towards the Turks and the Caicos, but 30, 40, maybe at most 50% in those afternoon hours. Not expecting a lot of rain for Bermuda. A lot of the rain coming off the United States East Coast will fade before it gets there, and any interests along the Gulf of Mexico, things will stay relatively wet, especially on the western sides, portions of Louisiana and the Texas coastlines. Rain chances in your area, let's do it. Northwest Bahamas, 30 tomorrow, 40 Wednesday, Thursday. We'll flip it for the central and southeast Bahamas. Wetter tomorrow, drier Wednesday, Thursday. Turks and Caicos, best chances tomorrow. Cuba's rain chances continue to remain very high. Cayman Islands, good chance tomorrow. Really good chance on Wednesday, still decent on Thursday. Belize City, Cancun, and Cozumel, wet, 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 especially Wednesday, Thursday. On and off rain throughout the day, some storms moving in as well. All right, Jamaica, 60% chance tomorrow, 50 Wednesday, then drier on Thursday. My friends in the Dominican Republic, 60% chance tomorrow, 50, then 40. Gets interesting, Puerto Rico, U.S., British Virgin Islands. Good rain chances tomorrow. Actually dries out on Wednesday, but not for long because late Wednesday, Thursday is that next tropical wave that will influence the Lesser Antilles Wednesday, and it'll be pushing through and bringing higher rain chances. Then Bermuda's rain chances are relatively low. So Anguilla, St. Kitts, and Nevis, it's late tomorrow and then throughout the day on Wednesday that next tropical wave influences you the most, right? So a peak of rain on Wednesday, but still pretty healthy chances on Thursday. And you're going to see the same situation for most of the Lesser Antilles. You get down, and we'll talk about it, south of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it changed a little bit. But for Antigua and Barbuda, Montserrat, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, and SVG, you're going to see good rain chances Tuesday, Thursday, but a maximum of on Wednesday. And again, some good 2 to 3 inch, 50, 75 millimeter rain could fall in that area, no doubt about it. The rain chance is still good, Barbados south, but it's just more uniform, okay? Not expecting that huge surge on Wednesday, but up a little bit in most spots. So Barbados, 40 tomorrow, 50 Wednesday, 40 Thursday, same thing in Grenada. Pretty uniform, nothing exceptional in Trinidad and Tobago, but it's good to have at least a 40% chance every day, right? Same thing for Suriname and Guyana at 50, Nueva Esparta, scattered showers here and there. And again, the ABC Islands, I gotta tell you, again, I hope that portions of the ABC Islands actually get a little bit of rain tonight on this Monday, because it's only going to be scattered from there as that moisture moves off towards the west. Now, you can clearly see that there's going to be some kicked up surf and sea conditions from that low. And again, although I don't expect it to develop, I'll continue to monitor that situation. It's a huge area of showers and storms, and you can see some of that it's going to try and bring as far as some healthy wind and waves. Next tropical disturbance will be kind of trying to come in late in the period, and that could kick up some surf and sea conditions as well. Again, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a tropical depression or a tropical storm, but those easterlies are going to continue. And again, rain chances are darn good. Rain totals are darn good as well. There's a lot of orange and red on this map, friends, from the European model. That is 2, 3, 4 inches of rain. That's 50 to 100 millimeters. And there's a lot of spots that are going to get that. Sorry, ABC Islands, portions of the Greater Antilles as well. But, you know, there's a lot of our area that's going to get some good rainfall totals here. And again, let us try and temper some of the heat that we've also been talking about with some of that rain. All right. So now let's get into the broad perspective here as far as the extended looking at the tropics. This next tropical wave coming in should not develop. Not expecting it to be. I'm going to throw on the water vapor imagery. Still a lot of drier air to its north. That drier air is beginning to relax with this next tropical wave. Now, it's very ill-defined at this point in time, but that could be the very first one that as it tracks west, we'll be monitoring a little bit closer. And then there's another one off the West African coast that could use some monitoring as well. Again, signs of life is what I would say. The opportunity that these waves, when they move off the West African coast, will be into a better environment. Still fast moving, still going to bring some showers and storms, but the overall threat to try and develop a little bit more is going to be up there a bit. So let's look at the GFS model. Again, I'm keeping at the same time frame I've done the last few videos so we can compare apples to apples, right? Because we don't want to just continue to see the models pushing the development chances farther back in time. So as I take you from the very end of August, as we head into the weekend, and then through next week. So this is Saturday, and again, we're starting to see a little bit more, and I'll step to this side of the GFS model trying to develop a system early next week, somewhere into the Western Atlantic, potentially impacting portions of the Lesser Antilles or the Greater Antilles. Again, they're still quick risers, as I call them, meaning they're gaining latitude fairly quick. But again, overall, you just see so much more signal on the GFS model than what we've had the last couple of weeks here, especially again, starting early next week. There's Monday and into Tuesday. And again, these are the ensembles, 51 different members. And you can see some of those, even a little bit in the Gulf of Mexico, but certainly a lot more into kind of our eastern areas, and then maybe closer to the Bahamas and the east coast of the United States. It all bears watching, no doubt about it. But again, to point out, the GFS is now holding on to that development signal about 7 days from now. So instead of being 10 days out, now we're 7, and I'll just continue to watch that trend. Make sure it doesn't back up anymore in time, all right? European model, I've zoomed in a little bit closer here. Same time frame, starting this weekend, but early into mid next week, and you can see a lot more cluster. Again, nothing really in our area, but trying to develop east of there over the weekend, and then starting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when it brings its ensemble members with some kind of development closer to our area. Again, the Hurricane Center is not pointing out anything right now because I think at the minimum we're in that right near 7-day window, but just continuing to see that opportunity. And again, friends, it is late August, early September. This is not atypical. As quiet as it has been extremely atypical. So we'll see just how fast the tropics want to heat up and to what extent as well. But continue to monitor that situation. And again, right there on the European model, you can see that nice cluster. All right, where you can find us on social media. Just like my friend Raymond, you want to send me a picture or video, it's mymeteomundo@gmail.com. You want to find us throughout our other social media platforms, and I appreciate that as well. Instagram, we do some exclusive content on TikTok. Find us there, X, and we have a Facebook page. Once again, thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to Meteo Mundo. You know, I appreciate the support out the door. I appreciate you hitting that like button. Friends, you have a great rest of your Monday. I'll keep a really close eye on everything we just talked about, and I'll see you tomorrow with the latest right here at Meteo Mundo.